Howdy, everybody. Welcome to Video Rod episode 71. Todd and I today are going to be shaking it up a little bit. And if you guys can read the title, we're going to be doing a tier list. It's been a minute since we've done one. Todd had the idea to do a tier list of our, or I guess not favorite, but stoner comedies. So we're going to get into that. We're going to do the tier list with a twist. We're not going to do it like we've been doing it. I'll get to that when we approach it. But as usual, I want to remind everybody before we get started, if you would like to join us live, if you can read the scroll bar down below, we do this every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Time. If you can't make it, not a big deal. It will go live for everybody on YouTube, etc. the following week. And of course, if you like what you see, please like the video, subscribe, comment, interaction, help us out with the algos. And that'll be it. But before we get started with the tier list, we're going to, just to reacquaint with each other. Todd said he has a couple of pickups. I do too, actually. But go ahead and what do you have?
Hey Denise, by the way, looks like you popped in. So I did an order. I want to say, when did they have that? They had a subscriber sale for Vinegar Syndrome. I think it was like the first week in January. And I finally got these in. And this is stuff that was on sale. One of them wasn't on sale, but the rest of them were. I'll show the first one that wasn't on sale. So I wanted to get this. Packaging's awesome. It's a 4K. It's Cronenberg's Existence. I don't know
Oh,
if you
you're
ever
one of
seen
the
this.
you're one of the FOMO people that got that shit.
It's awesome, dude. It's awesome.
I've never actually seen the movie. Is the movie actually good?
It's really good. Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Try,
Cronenberg can be hit or miss though.
I watched it last week. I thought it was really good. So I'm
Oh, so
glad I
you
picked it up.
blind bought it. It's you hadn't seen it when you bought it.
No, because I would have flipped it if I didn't.
Okay, so you got in on it because they sold out. You knew they would.
Yeah, that's what I usually do for like these releases that go out quick. As I buy a copy, if I don't like it, I turn around and sell it for like 30-40 bucks more. So
Yeah,
it
I
really doesn't matter to me.
I'd kind of thought about it, but because you see everybody going ape shit over it, and then they were
It,
gone. It's like whatever.
it's an awesome release though. So that
I think the freaking title's cringe. I think the cover's cringe. I think everything about it
really
seems cringe. Yeah, everything about it, it's ugly. Everything about it's ugly. Like if it had more alluring
I
artwork and a title, I would be more inclined to give it a shot. But
the
it's
film's a
never
cool
appealed to me.
concept with a cool twist and everything like that. So I really dug it. I thought it was very entertaining movie.
No, I gotta watch it. I wasn't ready to sit there and let the FOMO get the better of me if I'd never seen it. But I wasn't thinking like you. It's like the last thing I need is more shit to flip because I buy too many things. Cough, cough. Halloween trilogy. Cough, cough. Fucking bullshit in my
Hey,
house. Just
I still have a copy if anybody wants it. It's only going to cost you $120.
well, I
And
do too. So
they're
fuck
still
Todd.
they're
I
still
got
selling. If you go on Diabolic, I think they're like 70.
yeah, and they're still on sale at Walmart, Best Buy. Todd fucking saw me coming and everybody coming with that. So it's
Sorry,
absolute bullshit.
I thought they were going to sell.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I guess. Well, I guess now that Todd has existence, I regret not getting it. But I just
Come
couldn't.
on, who cares? Why?
I couldn't justify it because I had never seen it. Todd really dived on a grenade because I don't want to be one of those people, man. Like Todd, no. But I've been going down this rabbit hole of these people in those fucking groups, and this is funny. We could talk about this, but I don't know why, but like I find film collectors insufferable now, even though I kind of am one too. It's weird. It's
Well,
kind of like
some of them are, but I mean, you
it's
could take advantage of them, which I like.
I mean, it's kind of like a band you love. They might have totally insufferable fan bases, but you like the music. It's like, gosh, but you hate the fans. And I'm a part of a lot of these groups, and I've been like just staring screenshot after screenshot to Todd all this stuff I see, and one of them was like a film snob group where they were like they worship and jerk off all over the Oscars. What was that one I sent you?
Film
It was
buffs, yeah, they do that every year.
well, it's just so funny. Like the guy's like cry emojis because they usually release the Oscar noms at midnight on the day, and now he's got to wait like an extra 6 hours, like
Yeah.
while he's sleeping, and like his life's ruined. God, I don't understand, dude. These people that have Oscar parties and really put so much stock into that stuff. Anyway, I was like, dude, I don't know who's more cringe, the film snob group or the film collector group, and. What was the one we keep making fun of? I know I'm one of the OGs with the slipcover thing. I didn't even know it was a thing. When I was collecting slipcovers, it wasn't a thing. I just liked them.
Yeah.
So that to me, I think that made it more pure. Is I liked them. I didn't realize they were a collectible thing. They weren't flipping for money. And it turns out a lot of people had my little screw loose too. And now it's just gotten out of control. And what was that thing I sent you on the Criterion? I sent you every day. I send something stupid. Somebody was like, "What do you guys do with your Criterion director approved
Oh,
sticker on the shrink wrap?" Oh, and everybody's like, and you think the natural and appropriate response is everybody making fun of this guy and laughing at him, but no. People are jumping on board like, oh, I cut it, I cut around the sticker on the plastic and I keep it in the case. Or, I cut around the case and I put the shrink. I'm like, it is trash. Like that. Okay, a slip cover. I like slip covers too. And I like a nice case also. But are we not getting too far removed from that now? Like where we're talking about, what do you do with the sticker? The fucking Criterion sticker on the shrink wrap? It's absolutely bonkers. I mean, you can do whatever you want, I guess. I mean, you're not breaking any laws, but you're probably not getting any sex either. I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. I don't understand it. And I guess it's not that different from Todd and him saving the hype stickers on an album. I don't get that either. That's a whole thing with like records and stuff. I don't get that. So it's probably not super unlike that, I guess, because some people do that. But it's just so dumb, dude. I wish I could share the picture with you. Well, I couldn't without doxing the person. But you know what I'm saying, though? Is that just ridiculous?
no, it's definitely got out of hand, but I actually like the fact that it's gotten out of hand because I've made a lot of money for it getting out of hand, selling some of this shit because I'm always there. I can always buy it and flip it. So I'm not worried about anything. All the boutique stuff, like it holds its resale value. So I'm all about the boutique stuff. I know you're not really into it, but I am.
I buy boutique stuff too. I've got a bunch of shit too. I just wasn't going crazy buying shit I never even like heard, seen or whatever. Um, but because that stuff's not cheap. It's like those collector's editions they do, like Vinegar and Second Sight and all that. That stuff's not cheap. So if I'm going to be less inclined to just jump on a grenade, I'm not going to be afraid to say I don't like a movie that everybody seems to fucking love. You
Yeah.
know, but Todd makes sense. If there's no, if yeah, I guess it makes sense that he can flip it if he doesn't really like it and just blind buy it. It's a pain in the ass. I'm tired of selling shit, man. I've been selling stuff for a while now, just kind of unloading stuff. So I'm just trying not to add more shit that I have to sell because I'm trying to clear stuff out.
I made
But
about 500 in the past, 3 months by selling shit. So flipping
profit,
stuff. Yeah.
not profit,
Profit.
like after you, like on top of what you spent.
On top of what I spent,
That's what profit is. Considering what you spent and how much did you?
probably about 300. I made about
Yeah,
300. Yeah.
I'm just trying to clear stuff out. So it's like I
Yeah.
feel like I can't just buy more shit and add it to the I don't know, but yeah, I regret it. I guess if I could go back, I would do that. I'm just a little burned. I did that Halloween thing and we got burned on that. I get it. It wasn't boutique. It was a studio release. But still,
I didn't tell you
yeah,
to buy 2 of them.
yeah, shut up, Todd. Come on, making me look like a scumbag reseller,
Uh,
taking advantage of Halloween fans. No, but you're right. The boutiques. I mean, I'm learning that even with just like the Scream stuff. I've been selling Scream Factory stuff left and right. Those old steel books. I'm
and I
selling
do
those.
too because I really don't care about those Scream Factory release. A lot of those are shitty, kind of.
Well, it's just I've double dipped on the 4Ks that I like. So anything I have dupes of, it's like I've been flipping those old steel books for 40, 50, 60, 70 bucks. So but it is what it is. What's up, gamer guy? What's up, Mutineer? Mutineer says I only get slip covers when they go on sale for the same or less than the standard. Is it Vinegar that does that, where they just sell slip covers? They put out slip covers and they sell them. Is it Vinegar that
There's
does
a
that?
few boutique labels that do that. I think they might do that.
And all they're doing is doing what people like Todd do, where it's like, well, I can resell. They're milking the fan base. I mean, it's whatever the fan base is putting, and they eat it up because I don't know. I feel like I can't bring myself down to that level, even though it would be so tempting if the price was fair to get a slip cover for
It's
my.
the same thing you're doing for Best Buy. You're buying shit at Best Buy and you're flipping it. It's the same thing.
No.
You
I
pull
don't want to
copies.
stoop to the level of like buying slip cases for myself.
Oh yeah, I don't do that.
That's
No.
what I'm talking about. And I don't do that. I just did that once with that Halloween thing, and I fucking got burned. I don't do that. I don't buy and resell. I'm not really that. I don't do that. But anyway, regardless, well, I don't buy and sell intentionally, like all the Shout Factory stuff. I just ended up holding on to it for fucking 10 years unopened. I guess technically I held on to it to get my money back, but that wasn't the case. But that was before I thought I knew 4Ks were gonna. That was before 4Ks, dude. Back when I bought all that stuff I'm flipping on Blu-ray, we didn't think 4K was gonna take off.
Yeah.
There was nobody putting like horror titles. None of the boutique labels were putting out 4K. It was like DOA, and so I remember me and Todd, we felt pretty good about buying all this stuff and padding our collection, and then it all, sales, I guess, just kind of dried up. People stopped going to theaters, and I guess they just found a niche like, hey, and everybody, the floodgates opened. I remember it was probably like in 2016, 2017 when Synapse put out the Suspiria 4K, and that blew my mind. That was the first one that I can recall.
Yeah.
It's like I was blown away. Like, I can't believe somebody's actually putting out one of these types, not even just a boutique, but just like a horror movie like that on 4K. And I thought it was insane. I'm like, I think they're going to test the waters on this, and the floodgates opened. Now everything's out, and just so I didn't plan on it, but Mutineer says I tend to avoid Severin now. Their prices are getting out of hand.
Yeah, Severin. I can't do Severin, man.
But no, anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole of like just paying somebody for a slipcover. It's like, if you can reproduce a slipcover, can you not reproduce the movie? They're kind of creating their own hype. They're creating their own shortages.
Oh, absolutely.
Right? And then when you only give slipcovers to people that like pre-order, and then you sell the slipcovers later at a premium, you're creating your own shortages. You know what I mean? And it's kind of shitty. I mean, it's business, but it's kind of shitty to me. Anyway, with that said, I of course will be tempted to get a slipcover for my Death Wish 2. Because it looks very naked on the shelf. I get like that sometimes. Like, if they don't match,
bugs you.
Yeah, if they don't, if I have like a lot, if most of my Death Wish movies, for example, didn't have slipcovers, fine. Every Death Wish movie I have them all now. They all have slips, except for Death Wish 2.
I take all my 4K studio title slips off.
Why?
Because it looks better. It looks uniform without them on. Studio ones.
Interesting.
Because I don't have slips for all of them. I just throw them in a tote.
Interesting.
Yeah, I could always sell them later.
Yeah,
but yeah.
That's what we always say. That's what we all say, Todd. We can always sell it later. Does your wife get onto you about having boxes full of boxes and trash?
No, she has a ton of shit too. So
Dude,
every spring though, I get rid of a bunch of stuff.
It's a little bit of an illness. It's like all these fucking collectibles back here. I don't want to throw away the boxes, because if a day comes where I want to start thinning it out, which I do believe will happen, I'm going to wish I had those boxes. So I have boxes full of giant boxes taking up so much space. And to somebody that doesn't collect that stuff, it seems
Does anybody want to buy a J card of The Godfather?
Look at this. And the J card thing is absolutely sick.
I save those too, because people can buy those too. So I'm gonna sell these off.
It's fucking sick. And, dude, what are you gonna get for it? $2? $3?
I'll just have a lot of J cards, dude, and they'll eat them up. $20.
But at a point, is it worth the real estate in your house? Sometimes, like, what you get
fold
for something.
Them flat, dude. It's like a piece of paper, man.
Listen to yourself. You're obsessed. You got a problem.
You hate J cards. I know you do.
I don't understand the J card thing at all. It is trash. I don't get it. I take pride. I throw away every fucking J card I see. I fucking rip it up. I wipe my ass with it, and I'm like, yeah, and I throw it away.
You know what? I'm gonna start saving those Criterion stickers and selling those too.
Dude, you should rip off the plastic wrap that has the Criterion sticker, wipe your dirty ass with it, and take a picture of your shit stain all over it, and like just see everybody's hearts break. Like, no, I'm gonna start doing that. I think I'm gonna become the anti-collector. I'm gonna start buying films I love. I'm just gonna take the slip covers. I'm gonna like make videos of me ripping up the slip covers, throw them in a trash bin, setting them on fire, throwing a match in there, and just remember, didn't they used to have like YouTube channels of people just breaking shit?
Oh,
like
yeah.
Buying like hard to get like PlayStation 3s or 4s at the time and dropping them off buildings for the hits. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, there's a lot more collectors out there. So getting back to some of the stuff I got. So the rest of them I got were on sale. These were like $20. These are 4Ks. It's like not a Korean. It's a Hong Kong exploitation film, Ebola Syndrome. Pick that one up. This one's ridiculous, but it's fun, man. Beastmaster.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that movie's ridiculous.
It's fun though. And then
You might
I've
be a
been
little gay if you watch that movie more than once. Might be a
yeah,
little homoerotic.
my kids will love it too.
It's gonna okay.
We'll do a Conan the Barbarian and the Beastmaster.
Beastmaster doesn't have shit on Conan, dude. Doesn't have shit on Conan. Not even
Fine,
close.
Kroll.
What, Cole the Conqueror, dude? Kevin
And then
Sorbo.
I got the Flesh for Frankenstein box. So
It's pretty.
yeah. And then the last thing I got was Chocolate Starfish.
Yeah.
Album.
I have that as well, but I got that from Enjoy the Rider Records. That is their pressing of it, and it's really cool. But admittedly, that was nothing but a nostalgia buy for me because it's not a great album.
Oh, I love it, dude. It's a great.
I think
album.
it's.
What are you
Good.
talking about? It's fun, dude.
Talking
it's
sense.
Fun. It's fun.
It's dumb. It's good for a laugh, but it's just not good.
It's
not
great.
It's not nearly as good as the first two records, and I think you're a little deceived at first. It's like when you hear Hot Dog, it's like, oh, but then it's like, this record's really not as good as everybody thought it was back in the day. I'll Die on the Hill, the first two.
It's not as good as Significant Other, but
what are the good songs on it? You really like the one. This could be the one. This could be the one. It's bad, dude. It's terrible.
So good, man.
That song with Scott Weiland is terrible, dude.
Even their new album's great, dude. I mean, the Dad Vibes is an instant classic.
See, what you did is you just named one song. So I'm not saying there's not maybe one song on Chocolate Starfish that's good. I'm going for batting average here. Do you like most of the songs?
Take a look around. I love it. Roland's great.
Is it?
It's nostalgia. It's great.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. It's not good though.
Here, let me go through them.
Yeah, go for it. Enlighten us. What's up, Sean Boyle? Milo, finally a tier list I'm qualified to speak on.
My Generation's great, dude.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is, dude.
That is a bad song, dude. No, it's fucking cringe. It's really not good.
Of course, My Way is the one of the.
That's why I take shit whenever I see shit. And you got the Rolling
Groove On,
video.
dude. Yeah.
Get Your Groove On's not good.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Come on.
Yeah, you're not even a convincing troll. You can't say this stuff with a straight face. It's Todd's thing is he can never say anything with a straight face because
Living It Up, man.
That's a really bad song.
That's a good song.
No, it's not. It's not good.
This whole album's great, man. You have to own this album. Every kid owned this album back in early 2000s.
I think Hot Dog is a great opener, and then it goes downhill from there, especially the back half.
When it goes into My Generation, you're just rocking out, man.
Todd's not fooling anybody. It's ridiculous.
What does the chat think? What does the chat think?
They probably have taste. I don't know. It's not funny. Anyway, my mom likes Beastmaster.
There you go, Denise.
Yeah, but Todd's a guy though. Todd just like Beastmaster.
What's wrong with Beastmaster, man?
It's just all kinds of gay. It's really just gay. It's fine. It's cheesy. It's fine, but it's not good, and it's really homoerotic. It's really goofy.
Oh, absolutely, and it's great for kids, dude.
Yeah, it's wonderful for kids.
They do show tits in it, which I was surprised for a PG movie.
Yeah, great for kids. But anyway, Conan's much better. Which, speaking of Conan, I want to. So, did your release of that get delayed too? Hopefully,
yeah, February.
Yeah, at least it's coming. But unlike, because I was talking to Todd about this in private, but I ordered that Coffin Joe set a couple weeks back on Amazon because they had like a super low price for that limited edition. It was like $70 odd, $77 or something. I don't know. And it's like retail $140. I know you could get it on Arrow site direct for like $110. The thing with Amazon is, they oversell their pre-orders a lot. And right now we got our dates removed on it. And, it's starting to kind of look like, oh God, you're going to get that cancellation email anytime now. And there are people that are saying theirs have been canceled this week at various points. So I'm not even going to run the risk. I went ahead and I rebought it on Arrow. I just went and got it for the 110 because it's not available on Diabolic. They had the second best price at like 90 something. I'm just not going to roll the dice because I'll feel bad if I miss out on that one. And if Amazon comes through, whatever, I'll resell it and I'll easily get my money I paid. I won't be greedy. I'll just get what I paid Arrow direct for it. That wouldn't be a problem. But I think I'd be sad if I missed out on that one. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna go out and search for it. I just got it because it was on a good deal. So, um, plus if I didn't like it, I could always flip it for more. So that's why I kind of bought it on the cheap.
yeah, that's what Todd's always about, isn't it? That's kidding. He's a scum. He's a reseller. No, he's a reseller.
Proud of it, baby.
No, but I don't think the Arrow. I mean, the Arrow price. If you go, Diabolic had the next best price. Arrow, like I said, is 110. Everybody else is charging the retail. If you can find it 140, I'm not paying that. They will sell out. If anything, it'll. Todd's like, oh, I think they'll get repressed when they re-release that disc because it's got a faulty disc, man. Because fucking QC's in the shitter with Arrow, especially. It's absolute bullshit. They owe
How
me
do you
2
miss the
discs.
subtitles? Not having the subtitles in a
Their
movie that
excuse
has
was
subtitles.
dumb. They're like, this was, we didn't basically after the QC process. Like, wait, so you did the subtitles after you QC'd everything before the subtitles? And like, what? Don't you wait till everything's done? So they're just gonna, if you bought it through Arrow, they're gonna automatically send them out sometime in February. If you bought them through someone like Amazon or Diabolic, you have to obviously submit your receipt, yada yada. But they owe me 2 discs right now. They ghosted me on my 12 Monkeys 4K when I bought that in 2022. So I just kind of use this as an opportunity to be like, hey guys, you still owe me this. I want it. It's absolute bullshit. It's like the quality control is ridiculous. But they
Did
will
you
sell out.
contact them on Twitter?
Yeah.
What did they get right back to you right away?
No.
Oh, really?
No, they didn't. I contacted. They haven't gotten back to me. But people were asking them in film groups. They were asking about the Amazon stuff. Like, hey, can you confirm? Because Amazon will just sort of like automated say, we'll let you know when a date. That doesn't mean they're it's just automated. Like they don't. It might get canceled. And people were posting screenshots of them blowing up their customer service, asking them, hey, is Amazon going to get these in? What's going on? And they were confirming that no, we don't have any more shipments going out to any more retailers. So the cancellations are coming. So that's why I jumped on it when I did. But yeah, and Todd was saying, oh, they'll release more when they put the discs out. I don't think so. They might release like a gimped version, but even then, like Hellraiser. But it's not. Coffin Joe's not Hellraiser. It's still niche. I just think this will be it.
Some of their box sets, if it goes out of print really quick, they reissue it like 6 months later. And they're the limited editions too. They're not the skimpy ones.
Well, regardless, if that is the case, I will have got my Amazon, or it would have been canceled before then, and I'll get rid of it if I have to. But
you can sell it to me for 75, the second one.
No, I would sell it to you for 120.
No.
I'd sell I'd sell it to you for 115. That's what it, or no, 125. I think it with the tax. No, absolutely. I'm not going to eat any money on it, but if it's sold out, I mean, if it's readily available on the Amazon store, or sorry, not Amazon. If it's not available anywhere else, but Arrow does put it back out again, and I have an extra one, I'll take a few bucks hit on it because it's worth the assurance that I'm getting one now.
So is it on the Arrow site right now?
Yep.
Look.
It's there.
Limited edition.
$110. It ends up with the $5 flat shipping and taxes, and ends up being like 125.
So this is a US and a UK release. Yeah, this will they'll make more copies of this.
Okay, well, I'd rather not roll the dice on it because I've gotten burned before rolling dice. So I'm happy with it.
Yeah, because the Empire Screams limited edition box set went out of print for like 6 months, and it came back in print.
But the thing is like I said, 6 months is more than enough time. If it comes back into print, is it necessarily going to go to all retailers, or is it going to go through Arrow's site?
If you really want it and not chance it, I would consider getting it. For me, I'm going to chance it. That's just me. If I miss out on it, then I'll miss out.
But here's what I'm saying though: if they do put it back out, it's going to be at Arrow's price, so I'm not losing anything. And if it is, let's say if it's going to be 6 months from now, because it's not going to be right away, well, that's more than enough time for me to either get my Arrow copy and flip it, or not, and I'm glad I got it. I'm not really at a loss here. I'd rather just play it safe. Gamer Guy reviews Beastmaster does sound like some sort of I'm not going to say the word GAY sex toy. It does, and Riverman probably would know all about that. No, it's just a cheese fest. That's like the movie that they would play like the late night movie all the time, like Saturday nights, Beastmaster and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's Mark Singer, dude. Come on.
Yeah, it's cheesy. Like I said, the Conan set, I'm looking forward to that. I hear it looks great, and that'll be that. What was I gonna say, man? I don't. I'm not gonna get up. I was gonna show you that. Speaking of like material stuff, and wait, Gamer Guy's more of a Death Stalker guy. I know we just went on and on about like slip covers and stuff. But Todd, I told you I bought those Expendables 4Ks. I bought those 4Ks because they were $13, and they were like,
Why? How many times have you bought in the Expendables?
look, they re-released all of them in matching like 4Ks like steelbooks with the lenticular slit. Dude, they were just too pretty. And the thing is yeah, I did double dip, but those movies were cheap to begin with. I got them for like $8. Like the original 4Ks, and these were 13. I'm just like, whatever. These look too cool. And I didn't have slips on the other ones, and they looked out of order. They looked fucking weird. So they got me there. So every now and again, I'm like, I go for the aesthetic.
Those movies don't age well. Let me just tell you that.
Oh, the first two are fun. The third one's shit.
Yeah,
The
but
fourth one's
the
not
first
good.
the first two don't age well either. I mean, I still like them.
They're dog shit too. Todd, I spent $13.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like
I spent
tried to go back
$13.
to-
You just paid $35 for a shitty nostalgic Limp Bizkit album that did not age well, that you like for nostalgic reasons. Are you listening to yourself right now?
Oh, I'm just saying.
Double standard much? I'm just saying too. Is it not the same thing? What? Go ahead and defend it. How is it different? How is it different?
I'll defend it because it's harder to get and you can resell it at a better value.
How is it harder to get?
Because they only repress so many.
But it's available now. I got it 6 months ago. You waited and you got one. Someone else put that out. Like that probably came straight from the label. That's not the Enjoy Your Rides.
Yeah.
Todd. Double standards, man. Come on. It's
not
the
double
same.
standards.
It is the same. All right. Anyway, so let's get on with it. We're going to try something new with this tier list thing. Let me see if I can not be a boomer with this. Gosh. Because I have two different windows I have to bounce back from. Let's see here. Isn't it funny? I was just shit talking all those neck beards, but like, I think we are what we hate. I think literally we just proved that we're no different.
I don't hate any of it because I reap the benefits. So
he's losing his mind, and I am reaping the benefits. All the benefits. Hold on. Okay, so I think
Mutineer, rest in peace, David Emge. That was I think he was battling health issues for a while too. So
who died?
David Emge.
Oh yeah,
just sad, but
all right. So here's how we're gonna do it. Why is this not changing the? See, I've got two tabs in this window, Todd, and yet when I switch it, it stays on this one, the tier list. Why is it doing that? Oh, it literally makes me weird. Like I have to. Okay, all right. So we're gonna spin the wheel. We've got 12 titles on here, 12 stoner comedies. We're gonna take turns spinning the wheel. Just to make it more exciting, we got five grade tiers, as you're familiar with: S, A, B, C, F, and we can only put 2 films per grade because we want to avoid that problem where it's like, oh, I love Friday and I love this movie. I don't want them all. I don't want the top too crowded. I don't want the bottom too crowded. Like, let's make it interesting. And the way we're going to make it more interesting is we are going to take turns spinning the wheel. So when I spin the wheel, let's say I get Ted. Let's say Todd loved. I'm not, no spoilers, but if Todd like had Ted on his S, oh my god, what if I think it's an F? I choose where it goes. Todd cannot budget, right?
Okay, so do I need to order these right now for me, or do I need?
Did you not already do it? No. Did you already put like S, and did you already choose that?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't know.
I asked you to do it, and you said okay, and you didn't do. And I asked you at the top of the show.
You told me when I was working. I'm sorry. Hold on.
And I said at the beginning, oh my god, yeah, we're not professional at all. It's not like I spent an hour putting this shit together. Todd couldn't just fucking put a couple letters next to his choices. All right, whatever.
I got my choices. I know them like the back of my hand.
No, you don't. You're gonna want to write them down because you're gonna have to start deleting them. I'm telling you, man. Okay, so I'll give you just like. I'll give you 2 minutes. Don't spoil. The key is I can't know. I can't know. Don't just. It needs to be.
So is the tier S, and then it goes what?
S A. Have you never? Okay. S A B C A B backwards. S, A, B, C. Then it down to F. I don't think we have a D.
Okay.
So anyway, so the key is that it should be kind of hard. So so funny. So give us 2 seconds while he finishes that up. I'm gonna make a note here too, actually.
So 2 for each, huh?
Yep, two films per grade. Yeah. And I'm wondering if we're gonna have some of this. See, if we end up having like the same films in the same level, there's gonna be no contest, right? Because if I roll the wheel and I get a movie that you love or whatever you think should be somewhere on the wheel and I put it somewhere else, well, that's what's gonna cause the discourse because maybe a movie you love because I rolled it and I got it is gonna go somewhere where you think is unjustified, and that's where the discourse will happen. But that's what makes it fun.
Okay,
But
I'm almost done. All
all right, sorry guys,
one
I know
more.
that's riveting content.
Oh, you can
Probably
read
have
the
to,
comments. I mean,
well, I'm gonna make a note too while you're doing that, actually, to help
all
me
right, I'm
out.
done.
All right, I'll just edit this out. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's get back into it. All right, so I will start. I'm gonna spin the wheel, our wheel of Cheech. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. Oh, yeah, see, this is great. Okay, so Grandma's Boy is absolutely perfect for me to get. Let me remove this. So for me, Grandma's Boy, without question, is on my S. This is one of my two, and this is top, right? Because there's a few that I think belong on here, but like I said, we're splitting hairs here. I put Grandma on S, and that's where it's going. I'm just out of curiosity. You can tell me where you had it.
B.
B. You're
Yeah.
out of your mind. You're out of
Nope.
your mind. This movie
Nope.
is so funny. Why?
It's funny. It's funny, but there's a lot funnier movies on there.
I feel like, and by the way, you might have to help me out with comments just because most of my screen is blocked. My mom is saying I can't believe Dazed and Confused is not on there. So I want to say there was some discourse about this, but I don't think Dazed and Confused, Easy Rider. Todd suggested Detroit Rock City. I don't think any of those are stoner movies. I think they're period movies, and like Easy Rider, their identity wasn't made up because they were potheads. That was just
It's
the
not
era.
Easy Rider isn't a comedy.
It's not a comedy, but that wasn't their persona. It's not like Dazed and Confused is the same thing. Yeah, do they smoke pot? Yeah, but that wasn't their identities except for like Slater, right? It was more of a coming of age, and it took place in the 70s. Pot was everywhere. So I don't think those are stoner comedies. Same thing with Detroit Rock City. What, they were going to a Kiss concert, they were around people at a concert smoking reefer. That's not a stoner comedy to me. With that said, I think I took some liberties here because we have stuff like Biodome on here. Biodome, there's nothing stoner about that, but to me a stoner comedy is like, it's humor that most people would have to be high to really think is funny because it's so stupid.
You could have did like the Pick of Destiny, put that on there.
Yeah, I think the Pick of Destiny could have worked too. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, is it a stupid comedy where you'd either have to just really get the style or just be blitzed out of your mind to get it? So that's kind of what I'm going for. To me, Grandma's Boy 100% is a stoner comedy. There is so much stoning going on in this movie. What's it called? Oh, you're beef wrong. What is it about this movie that's not higher than a B for you? It's insanely quotable.
There's just so many classics on this list and so many good movies that Grandma's Boy, I saw it. I've seen it probably 20 times, and it's damn funny. but
I
it's not
died
something
on the floor.
it's not
I swear
something
to God.
it's not something I go back to when I think of stoner comedies. I mean, it's
Okay.
up there. So
Okay, no problem. That's where I put it though. So let me go ahead and Wolf and Heart Idle Hands. My mom made a good point. It's got baked in the title. What? What are we talking about? Half
half-baked.
baked? No, we got
Garment.
half baked on here.
Yeah.
That's obviously a stoner comedy. All right, so I'm gonna spin the wheel for Todd. What is? Oh shit! Am I not sharing it? My bad. Sorry. Oh, he got another good one. So let me go ahead and remove this. Hold on. Let me see. All right,
Is
Todd.
that
So
which one was that?
it landed on Friday.
Oh, I thought it was Jay and Silent Bob it landed on.
Oh, well, let me double check. Oh, you know what? Did it move? No. I removed it once it selected it, and then it just went to Jay and
Oh.
Silent Bob. You got Friday, so that's a great
Well,
choice.
this one is an S tier for me.
It was my S tier too. We're not going to have any arguments here.
This is fantastic. It's so quotable, so fun. Love Chris Tucker, Ice Cube. The whole cast is great.
And I'm going to put it above Grandma's Boy because it is sort of quintessential. And I don't know. You can make arguments that this isn't like your typical quote unquote stoner comedy. I think there's more. I think it's just more of a. It's a black comedy. It's more
day in
about
the life.
Yeah, and it's more about the culture. And I know, like, it's just, I think weed is part of that. But there's enough here. You got Smokey. His character is defined by weed.
Yeah,
like his name is Smokey, and he's got the problem. He introduces Craig to the Tweeds. As long as it's defining to the characters, I think it definitely counts.
you have crackheads in it. You have stoners in it.
Crackhead Ezell. You got Felicia, of course.
Big Worm, Big Perm.
I need to borrow your car right quick. It just never, my neck, my back, and my back. I'm suing for $150,000.
We could sell it out of court for $20.
Yeah,
get your ass up and eat what over here.
Speaking of Friday, directed by F. Gary Gray. That's he said that line. Damn, getting wet over here. That was F. Gary Gray, the director. He directed that. I know he directed Straight Outta Compton, which is really good. I actually tried watching that new anything with Kevin Hart and Netflix. I instantly want to run away from. They are terrible movies, dude. Like Kevin Hart.
They're good time one time.
No, are you kidding?
Yeah.
They're so bad, dude. And Mark Wahlberg, the same. There's something about these stars that have just like diluted their names so much with just bullshit filler. I'm not a huge Kevin Hart fan, but I liked, what was it called? Central Intelligence was funny. But no, dude, I've tried watching a few of those streamer Kevin Hart movies or Mark Wahlberg movies, and they are just bottom. They're so bad. They look like they filmed in a weekend. They're not even really there mentally. Anyway, he's got this one that kind of looked like halfway like a movie, like a real movie. And what was it called?
Yeah, what was it called? I've probably seen it.
God, it's like brand new, like a couple weeks old.
Oh, I haven't seen it then.
Let me see. I have it on my list. I can't remember it. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. I watched Thanksgiving. I'll talk about that later. I watched it last night. No, what the heck is it called, man? Lift. And I saw it was directed by F. Gary Gray. I'm like, oh well, maybe it's actually okay. It was a fucking turd. 1 star. It was a
weightlifting movie.
No, it's about an airplane heist or something dumb. It was a shitty Netflix Cracker Jack box movie disguised as a real movie, but it was bad.
The pandemic movie or something like.
It's just terrible.
Pandemic movies that came.
It was kind of like a bootleg Italian Job, like with a group of people that do like art heists and stuff, and it took place in Italy, just like it was just all kinds of terrible, man. Anyway, F. Gary Gray directed that, and I'm like, dude, I guess he's not above it either. I'm just taking the paycheck.
He just needs money.
Oh, it's fucking horrible, dude. All right, so yeah, and I don't disagree with Todd. I had Friday on my S, so we're not really gonna fight yet. So let's go ahead and see what we got here. Spinning the wheel. This is for me, and it looks like I've got. Okay, Big Lebowski. Let's do this one. All right, Big Lebowski. So, this is going to be controversial, but I've never quite liked this movie as much as everybody else. It's a movie I've always strived and wanted to like more because I get it. It's got a great like ensemble of characters, great actors. It's got funny lines, but there's just something about it that's never clicked with me like I want it to. And I like, I like the Coen brothers, but they're
I
kind
think
of
they're overrated.
they're hit or miss. They're hit or miss. Like I'll really love a movie. I'll think a movie's kind of okay, or I don't care for a movie. Yeah, I love. There's a few that like Blood Simple. Blood Simple. I get it. It was their first movie. It kind of feels like a first movie to me. It's got some merit to it, but it's not like great. Fargo's I love Fargo.
Fargo's
But
probably their best film.
so for this one actually was kind of tough. I would actually probably put this. Oh, I don't know. I might make people mad with this one. I just need to make sure I'm not going to go back on this because I feel like
What'd you write down?
maybe. What's that?
What'd you write down?
A B, but I don't know. I don't know, man. I think I might have to do a C, just because there's too much competition. Yeah, I got to do C. I'm going to switch it up and switch it with something else last minute. But it's there. Maybe I'll change my mind down the road, but there's just too much competition, and I've just never quite clicked with it, and I want to click with it, and I'll probably watch it again. I'll give it more shots in the future. But where did you have this?
C.
Oh, well, we're not really we're getting along here.
Yes. So I like this movie. I think it's fun, but I don't love this movie. It's not something like I think about like stoner comedies. It's like it's just there for me. It's funny, it has its funny parts, but I don't love it. So I gave it a C.
My mom says she hates The Big Lebowski. F. I don't. My
Well,
mom.
well,
Here's the
that's
thing.
just your opinion, man.
Yeah, that's just your opinion, man. Now, yeah, it's got great characters, great lines. My mom, though, no offense, you're a vanilla movie watcher, mom. Anything with like any kind of like artistic integrity, anything that's even slightly leaning into like what do I want to say? Surrealism, like I know he's having like those dreams and floating down it's like
Yeah.
anything where it gets kind of goofy and a little odd and quirky and it's got sort of odd writing and just it usually doesn't hit with my mom. She'll watch Harley Davidson the Marlboro Man all day long.
Bullets, my only weakness. Oh.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, okay, so let's let Todd go now. So we are gonna go
Roll it.
Hey, roll that wheel, man. Awesome. You get this one. Great. This one's all right. So Todd got How High. Let me go ahead and remove this biatch. All right. Where does Todd put How High?
1, 2, 3. How many are there? It should be only 10, right?
Oh, you're right. My bad. I got to add a D. Never mind that. Never mind the Man in the Mirror. I'm going to add a D real quick. Did I fuck that up? Did you account for D?
No.
Okay.
I didn't
Well,
even account for this one yet.
All right. So there'll be wild cards then. So I got two too many. So you can add.
Oh, I can add this to anyone?
I guess we have to since I fucked up because there should be a D there. You sure? No, we're gonna move it to D. You can do it on the fly. Let me make a D, man. Come on, I can do this. Hold on. We're gonna. Oh, did I just get rid of it, dude? Hold on. Pay no attention to the man behind the.
You can call me a boomer.
Yeah, I'm big time. Okay, so we got to go back to C, and then we're gonna add D, and then what did we do? So we had this on there, and
C,
then
yeah.
we're up to speed, right? So now you've got How High, the classic Turner Classic movie, How High. Where would you put How High? So just kind of like adapt to it. That's okay, but let's keep the D.
I give this movie an F.
Oh, me too.
This movie stinks, dude.
It sucks. It's like a bootleg Friday, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
not
like
even
they
funny, dude.
Really trying to cap. Yeah, Mr. Dean Cain, sir. It's really cringe. Nothing about it's good, dude. It kind of reminds me of that movie.
Doesn't hold up at all either. I saw it recently too.
It's not funny. This is definitely a Mac and Zach movie. Like they have a little bit of an affinity for it, even though it's not good, and they quote it. But there's not really a whole lot to even elaborate on. It's just not a good. What
Now,
did my mom's?
if it was, oh, she put it D. If it was High School High, I'd put it up there more because I actually like that movie better.
Yeah, but that's a spoof. That's like a
Yeah,
spoof on like Dangerous Minds and Troubled Youth
yeah,
movies. I wouldn't count that. I used to watch that though all the time. So stupid. Remember the guy with like little racetrack in his hair, dude? His
that's
fade.
hysterical.
I haven't seen that in a
Oh,
long time.
John Lovitz is doing cons now, dude. I love to meet John Lovitz, dude. He's
Hey,
so
speaking of
funny.
which, we didn't bring this up in the news, but Kevin Spacey got announced for
Yeah.
Mad Monster in North Carolina. I think he'll end up getting canceled. The backlash has been real. People are commenting. I knew they would. So
Yeah.
he'll end up getting Jeffrey Jones because that happened in Rhode Island at Rhode Island Comic Con. Jeffrey Jones got announced in the winter, and there was a backlash, and they kicked his ass to the curb and like.
So funny story. I saw that on Instagram because Mad Monster posted it, and they turned the comments off, which I thought was funny. But they still have
Yeah.
the post up there. So
Yeah, there's just no. He's not like Jeffrey Jones, where I'll buy it because with the Rhode Island Comic Con, the guy said, that one slipped past us. He's like, basically, he was coming attached to a vendor, asked if they could bring him along, and we said, yeah, we don't care because like he wasn't like a guest, and so it's like whatever. I could see where people might forget what happened to Jeffrey Jones. Jeffrey Jones is on the registry because he was taking pictures of a 14-year-old boy for money. You know, um, but Kevin Spacey is pretty high profile, and that
was
was
his name
fairly
on
recent.
that document dump that just came out too?
Kevin Spacey?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, but I all I know is
Allegedly.
he's very recent, and his was very high profile. The thing is, Jeffrey Jones wasn't A list, and he wasn't like super in the press at the time when this happened. It was kind of under the radar. Kevin Spacey was on House of Cards and everything at the time, and then we had like the Harvey Weinstein thing. So
Yeah.
yeah, the fact that I'm actually baffled that they thought they could try. They're not.
That Mad Monster. I know
I'm
exactly.
because it's not like, oh, we didn't know. No, you knew. They
Yeah.
knew they were waiting for the backlash. They might have turned the comments off before they posted it.
Probably did.
You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I have a feeling they know what they're doing and they were just testing the waters. And
Yeah.
they probably feel like, well, we're not really going to do too much damage to ourselves because all we have to do is if it goes sour, remove it, make a statement saying we don't support his actions and blah blah blah. We made a mistake. Forgive and forget. And they're probably right. Like they could easily just so.
And they
I
got
don't
rid
know
of Gary Busey, which pisses me off. And they brought
that.
in
Well,
Kevin
well, he
Spacey.
assaulted somebody at one of their cons, right?
I still love Gary Busey though.
Sausage, breakfast sausage, man.
He's
All
funny.
right, all right. So I totally agree with Todd there. All right, so I'm gonna spin the wheel. Well, see, this isn't as contentious as I want it to be. So far, we're agreeing.
We have the same
We're,
taste in comedy.
we're too much alike sometimes. All right. All right, half baked. I can get by with half baked. So let's see. So this is another movie I don't like nearly as much as the people that really like it. It's okay, but it really is a silly type of comedy. I kind of appreciate it because it's not a super raunchy comedy. I think it is R-rated, but it's
Yeah.
one of these movies that skirts the line. I feel like if you take out stuff like now that's a titty and suck dick for coke, there's little things here that make it an R, but around those little things, it's totally a PG-13 movie. It feels like it to me, and I feel like if you're going to be an R-rated movie, push the R. If you're not, just kind of pick a lane. But this is one of those movies I really do think you appreciate more if you are a stoner. And for me, let's make sure I don't change my mind on this. But because we have all the competition that we do, I am going to give it. No, I think it's going to be a C. I think it's a C. Where would you put it?
I put it as a B. I love this movie. I love
Oh, really?
Dave Chappelle and Jim Brewer. This is one of my first DVDs I've ever purchased because this was really big back in then like the late
Middle
90s.
school, yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean, you go over to your buddies and smoke pot. You're gonna watch Days Confused or some of these other ones. So I love this movie. It's fun, man. Dave Chappelle's so funny. Jim Brewer is hysterical in this movie.
Harlan Williams is kind of hacky.
Yeah.
No, it's I totally dig the movie. It's fine. I just think if you are one of these people that just worshipped it back in the day, you were somebody that was smoking pot. I don't know. It just comes down to we have so much competition that
Want to talk to Samson?
yeah, I want to talk to Samson
Got
on
the
the
whole
beach. Yeah.
you got the whole town in a lockdown.
All right,
Funny.
I will put it above. I will put
Yeah.
it
Okay.
over
Thank you.
Big Lebowski though. You
Appreciate
know, I could go for some Half Baked tonight. Actually, I would watch it. It's been a while. It is funny, and it's one of those movies, kind of like a Wayne's World, where I think you could just kind of put it on and it'd be background noise. You've seen it so much. They've played it so much on Comedy Central over and over and over again. It's very digestible. And I do have a soft spot for Jim Brewer. I love that he's gone off the freaking hinges now, and he's got that new podcast. Everything about even his comedy has become right leaning and just more conspiracy theory. He's become like a scatterbrain conspiracy theory guy, which is kind of funny.
Well, that's his kid. I mean, he's always been like that, though.
He's extra, dude. He's gone
He's
down
extra.
he's
Yeah.
down the rebel. Part of me's like, oh man, I kind of feel bad for him, but he knows what he's doing. I think he's kind of like he's kind of placed himself. He probably realizes, look, I'm never going to be any bigger than I am now. He's not going to be A-list. He's kind of just he doesn't live in Hollywood. He lives out in the Midwest, I think, and just
He seems like a cool guy. He's probably making a lot more money now than he did 5 years ago.
Well, and he never made money on SNL. Yeah, those I don't feel bad for stand-up comedians. If you're any kind of name, even like Jim Brewer, even though he's not like on TV and he's not getting movies and shit like that, just doing the road, playing the little comedy clubs, they do well. They have no overhead. The clubs bring them out there. They have a guarantee. They're not bringing equipment. They literally just fly themselves on a plane and they stay at a hotel and they're getting put up. And, you know, they're getting this huge cut. Like, you don't have to. Who are you paying? You got to pay your openers. If you have one, they kick them back some money. But I don't think Jim Brewer is bringing like big time openers. He's probably got like really, really starting out comedians that just make a little bit. He's probably doing just fine.
Just the part where Harlan Williams feeds the diabetic horse a bunch of snacks and it just keels over, dude. It's
Yeah.
hysterical, dude.
Yeah, I makes me want to watch it actually. But it is a quintessential. I feel like this movie, along with Airheads, are the quintessential like Comedy Central syndication movies, like over and over and over again. But you're making me regret making it a C. But the thing is a C is not bad. There's just competition.
Oh,
I just don't. We don't have space. But anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and see. Oop, what did I just do? Hold on. Boomer, dude. I lost my my screen.
Your wheel?
Yeah. Oh no, I just clicked out of it, dude. Come on, man. You gotta have patience with me. Here we go. It's kind of annoying because every time I switch the tabs, I gotta push I can't just switch the tab and it'll show it. I have to like also view that tab. It's like a 2-step process. It's kind of annoying. But here's my. Oh wait, is this your will or my will?
This is mine.
This is your will. Oh, interesting. Biodome. Okay, hold on. I kind of wanted to get this one, to be honest with you, but okay, so here we go. Where do you put Biodome?
I'm trying to think. Okay, so I already rated this, but I would give this a D.
Yeah,
This movie stinks. I mean, it's enjoyable enough, but it's not good.
I would agree with you, and there's actually going to be one reason why it's not on an F, and we'll get to it later. But yeah, I would 100% put it on D as well. So it's funny, we're agreeing a lot. This is another Mac and Zach movie.
Yeah.
And it is just too dumb. I don't get it. I don't know. They're not hitting the mark. I don't know if they're just not crossing that line where it's so dumb it's funny, or if it's just plain dumb. But I don't know.
It's a good one-time watch. I saw it in the theater and I enjoyed it for what it was, and that was the last time I needed to see it.
This movie came out right at the perfect era to where every comic book I had in the mid 90s had ads for Biodome in it. Because I was reading comics in the early to mid 90s, like 94 or whatever, and I had so many Biodome and MK2 ads. It's very nostalgic, honestly. Actually, if I could like pick 4 ads that define my youth, but the Biodome ads were all over comic books. Mortal Kombat 2, Game Shark, Game Genie ads, and probably like Game Gear, but I feel like those were just in all. I have so many old issues where I could just find that, and I wanted to see it when I was a kid. I didn't see it till I was much older, and that probably hurt it. So when I was like, I was like, God, maybe I would have liked this if I was a kid, but dude, it's just not good. And I think it's fine. I think if you like stuff when you're a kid and you have those rose tinted goggles on and you have that nostalgia, I mean, if you like something, that's great. I wish I liked more stuff. I'm not against people that like bad shit because I don't know. I'd love to have more stuff I'm into, but I think when you're older, maybe your taste changed, but I just think you have a better perspective. Because I can go back and watch Son-in-Law, which I've been watching my whole life, and Son-in-Law is
Yeah,
a great movie.
I
And
enjoy it too.
same thing with Encino Man. I love Encino Man. I think Encino Man's very dated, but it's funny. That's kind of why I love it. I love the two loser friends digging a pool in the backyard, going to like their quick stop, dude. Everything about it is
Encino Man's fun. I
it's
would
not as
rather
good as
watch.
Son-in-Law.
I'd rather watch Jury Duty than Biodome.
Oh yeah, okay. I thought you were gonna say Jury Duty instead of Encino Man. Uh,
No, Encino Man's better.
so a Biodome is pretty bad. I would rather watch Jury Duty 100. Jury Duty, I would put. I don't love Jury Duty, but
It's
I
not
would
good.
say
No.
Jury Duty, Judge Judy, Jury Duty would be below Son-in-Law, and then
Yep.
Encino Man, and then I guess Jury Duty. In the Army Now is terrible.
Yeah, that's probably lower than Biodome.
I would probably put In the Army Now starts out with promise, like when he's working at the Circuit City type place and everything
Yeah.
else. Like, oh, this could be. And then as soon as they go to the Army, man, and they get shipped off, I'm like, wow, when the movie actually really starts, it is terrible. Even though you got like Isai Morales, dude, Lori Petty, you got great casts in there, dude. Isai let me down, man. I love some Bob, dude. But okay, yeah, we are in agreement with this one too. So let's see where did I already put it on there? Yeah, I did. Here we go. It's because my stupid thumbnails are cut off. All right, so let me go ahead and spin the wheel. How are we doing on them comments, man? How do you guys feel? Yeah, you remember the ads mutineer, dude? I know there's like more, but just I love dude, I love all those risque ads back in the day. What was it like? Didn't like Nintendo have like those sweet ads with like the horny housewife dude naked trying to like seduce the husband, but he was so addicted to the Game Boy or the NES, and they used to use those as ads like, oh, it's better than a woman. It's like,
That's pretty much what it is now too, right?
it's funny. All right. So let me go ahead and spin the wheel. We got 6 titles left. We're moving along. Plinko, big money, big money, big money, big money. Yes, I wanted to get this
Oh
one.
man.
All right. So, with Up in Smoke, this is the quintessential stoner movie.
Yep.
But I've already got my S's full, so I obviously can't put it in S. It deserves S tier because it is like I said, it's the prototype.
Yep.
But since my slots are full, personally, I will watch Grandma's Boy and Friday before I watch this movie today. So it'll still get an A, but it's obviously not going to make S tier. But it's very classic. It's very dated. It's very of the era, but it's so funny. The lines are funny. It's just got, I think his name was Ralph.
Mama talking to me, trying to tell me how to live. Brr, brr.
Yeah. You been smoking dog shit, man?
Yeah.
The girl barking, dude. She's snoring. It's so over the top. Part of me, it really does deserve S tier, but it doesn't get the nudge because, I don't think I've watched it in quite a while. My parents watched it a lot in the house, and we had the VHS growing up and stuff like that. And I didn't put sequels. I didn't put Next Friday or Friday After Next because we don't want to be here all night talking about bullshit movies. I like Next Friday, but we didn't do like Cheech and Chong Nice Dreams or any of that stuff. We'll split. I didn't do more than one. Harold and Kumar. I mean, you could talk about them as a whole if you want when we get there, but just kept it simple. But so, what about you? Where did it fall on your list?
So this is an S tier for me. I had this as an S tier, then I also had Friday. Given the fact that I think these are two of the funniest movies, stoner comedies. I love Cheech and Chong. I used to watch it all the time. I used to rent it as a kid from the video store. I think Friday and Cheech and Chong have the two best comedy stoner soundtracks as well. Like I love the Cheech and Chong soundtrack as well as the Friday one as well. But I just love it, man. It's so funny, dude. It's so quotable.
How do you
Um,
feel about the other Cheech and Chong movies?
they're okay, but they don't capture the same magic as the original Cheech and Chong did.
The only thing I like
Smoke.
about the other, well, I think it's Nice Dreams that Paul Rubens is in. Is it Nice Dreams?
Yeah, I think it's Nice Dreams.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I love it, dude. I'm really, really sorry. I'm not. He was doing the Pee Wee Herman before that was a known thing. So funny. I'm
Here's
really,
here's a
really
funny quote.
sorry.
How long have you been in Mexico? A week. I mean, a day. Well, which is it? A week or a day? A weekday.
It's just everything about it's funny.
Stupid, dude.
Cheech. I like Cheech Marin do just like the little stupid nuances, the stuff that almost seems like it's ad libbed in the movie is some of the funniest stuff. Like, like, like for example, when his shit's over his eyes, he's like, "I can see clearly now. The rain is gone."
I'm
Like that.
fine.
That
I'm
seems.
blind. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems like it's so ad libbed. I'm behind, which is really, really, really funny. But yeah, okay, so it is now Todd's turn. I'm glad. Dude, what did everybody think about? Wow, so my mom said Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke is a B. I
Wow.
would have thought you would have loved that because that's like your era, mom.
Up in Smoke is the best.
F you, F you, F you. You're cool. I'm out. Okay, yeah, I'm actually shocked. But all right, so let me go ahead and what?
Remember that the funniest part was the temp or what is it? We'll ship you off to military school with that goddamn Finkelstein shit kid. Son of a bitch.
I feel like watching that now too.
Is that yeah, I need to pick that up, dude. I don't own that.
That needs a good release though.
Yeah.
I think it deserves it.
Why?
This
Why can't you get your act together?
all right. So this is Todd's spin. All right, this is a good one. This is good. So we got Harold and Coomer. Hold on. Todd, where do you put Harold and Coomer?
This is an A tier for me. This was my one of my A tiers, so I'll get to put that in there. I love Harold Kumar. I saw this in theaters. I owned it multiple times. I still love it. It's hysterical. I love Cal Penn, and I love what's his name,
John Cho.
Harold, John Cho. They're so
you should be
funny
proud of that name, Harold.
Yeah,
It's good. I put it in A as well.
extreme. Yeah.
And what's funny is this is splitting hairs because I've watched Harold Kumar is so rewatchable, just like Grandma's Boy. In fact, honestly, I might even on any given day, they might have been swapped, and this could have been S because it's so good. And actually, I like Guantanamo Bay as well. I didn't put it on here, but
I do too.
Guantanamo Bay gets a little sillier, but it's fine. It's like, what else are you gonna do with a sequel? Is get a little zanier. You got to add something new and go a little bit more over the top. And I remember I went and saw Guantanamo Bay I think twice in the theaters. Dude, I was dying laughing. I loved it. And everything about it was so, dude, it is more ridiculous because the Guantanamo Bay premise is just fucking dumb, but it's so funny. Big Bob, the cock meat sandwich, and all that stuff. And then, George Bush, the whole George Bush thing is like just so over the top silly. Fuck G-Bay, do you eat that cock meat sandwich? Fuck G-Bay. Like, I'm the president. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Just everything about it. It's really funny. What does he say? He's like, well, let me tell you something. He's like, do you like sucking dick? He's like, what does he say? Like, do you like getting your, he's like, you like getting your dick sucked? Yeah. Do you like sucking? Or it's like, no, let me see a fucking Hippocrates too. Now shut the fuck up. Smoke my weed. Like, it's just like, it's so dumb.
Is that where they're playing battle shits, or was that the second one?
That's the first one.
Oh, that's
dang,
funny.
You sank my battle shit. That's really funny when they just run out of there. Oh,
I thought the cast was brilliant because you also had Ethan Embry was funny in there.
Bobby Lee, dude.
Bobby Lee's funny. You have Eddie Thomas.
Wait. Where's Ethan Embry?
He's in the beginning, dude. Remember? He's like, why don't you just get somebody to do the work for you?
Oh, yeah. I've been out of the game too long. I forgot. Yeah. That is weird how he's just in there for like a brief scene. Yeah. I love the they hit up the university to try and score some pot. You got Bobby Lee.
Fred
Who wants
Willard's
some
in it.
Buddha?
Yeah.
I'm running a little low, but a quick titty flash might persuade me. It's like ridiculous. I love it when the stereotypical Asians, he's like he's like work. I don't remember what his company's name is, but he's like working for blah 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 is really really good. And can you write me a recommendation? He's like, oh, they're really good. They're really good. Bobby Lee's so funny, dude. And
Oh, Bobby Lee is awesome.
do you ever like listen to any of his podcasts or whatever?
Yeah, yeah.
So Bobby Lee, he's funny because he can only be himself. He's just not made for Hollywood. He's, you know what I mean? Like he's kind of admittedly a really lazy guy, and I don't think he puts himself out there like he wants to. I think he's kind of a schlub, and he admits it. I don't know, just something about him. Like you take him or leave him. Like I'm Bobby Lee. He's so fucking out there. I think he's done. My brother saw him do a stand up one time, and he says he came out on stage butt naked.
Oh
Cock,
yeah.
just butt naked, cock and balls. Like, I mean, it's like the lowest form of comedy for a laugh, but it's so funny, dude. Because he's like this skinless beast whale, dude.
I remember rewinding the scene where it was I'm so high, nothing can hurt me, and he sticks like a double barrel shotgun in his mouth.
I love that. Like, I'm so high, nothing can hurt me. No. And then they're like, I love that shit. So yeah.
And what was it, the second one where they went to the horror house?
Yeah, with Beverly D'Angelo.
I always say that to my wife. I'm like,
Tits Hemingway. Rock out with your clam. Rock out my cock out. Jam out with your clam out.
No, it's God. What is that? Saddle up your horses, girl. Was it Cowboys coming through or something like that?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I just love like the cornball acting of NPH when right before he gets shot. Yeah. Right before he gets shot, he's like, "Hey guys, wait up!" Like there's like no urgency in his voice. Oh, when he gets shot, "Hey guys, wait up!" It's just the way it's just delivered is so ridiculous. Yeah, my mom is obsessed with the third one. The third one's the weakest.
Yeah.
My mom loves
it. Okay.
Because she loves Christmas movies, but it's the weakest. And I think it was a missed opportunity. It's like, don't get me wrong, I love Elias Koteas, and he plays the mobster, right, in the third movie.
Yeah.
But it just seems like they had to have offered that to Chris Meloni, because it seems like Chris Meloni and Elias Koteas are very similar, like image looks, right, with as an actor, and they had Chris Meloni in all the movies up until that point. Chris Meloni played Freak Show. Nice to meet you, Kuma.
Oh yeah.
And Who Wants First Reach Round? And then Chris Meloni also played the Grand Wizard, right?
Oh yeah.
That's just downright disgusting, but I like it. Like I took a Korean man's toothbrush and I rubbed it on my dick. That's just downright disgusting, but I like it. Hey. Anyway, I thought you think they would have kept that going and cast him as like the Russian mobster.
They should, yeah.
Because I don't know on like authority, but if I ever talked to anybody that made the movie, I would ask him, like, I'm just gonna guess he was cast for that, and there was like a scheduling conflict, and he couldn't do it. Right? You had to have offered that to him first. And I just have a hard time believing they didn't. But I like Elias Koteas as well. You know, it's so still. The baby on the cocaine is funny and cute and all that stuff. And I like when they go into like the old school like claymation thing. It's all fun and cute.
That's funny.
And he's got the big dick. It's funny, but it's more of a Christmas movie than it is a Harold and Kumar movie, if that makes sense. Yeah. But it's still fun. But yeah, no, I agree with you. There's no arguments here. So let me go.
It's so quotable, man.
Yeah, I mean, we could go. What's another quote? Give me the double stuff. It's so stupid. I like when he like wakes up. What do you do? He's like, I just figured if I start doing some gay shit, you wake up. Look at his face, dude. Now we all know that he really liked filming that scene, didn't we? Now
it's funny that movie, those movies can't be remade. I mean, they wouldn't get away with that comment. Isn't that sad, dude? Because that shit is so funny.
Yeah.
Like people are so damn uptight now.
I like David Krumholtz too. He's funny in it. Oh, the things I would eat out of her ass, you don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's disgusting, but it's true. Like he's like no, like Katie Holmes shows up. He's like, what? He's like, I'm gonna see your boobs, and I'm gonna see. Well, you had the guy from what's his?
Yeah, from American
Pie. I don't like.
Did you see Katie Holmes' boobs? It's like, what were they like?
Imagine the Holocaust, right? The
The
opposite of
exact
that.
opposite of that. Nice.
Nice. Yeah. It's just that. So, which one do you like the best? The first one, right?
I love both of them, but I like the first one probably better.
I think the second one, if there's something about, I think the second one is more slapsticky funny,
Yeah.
but the first one is more comforting. The first one's really funny too, but the first one is more like comfort food. It's just got the perfect amount of nostalgia. That Guantanamo Bay doesn't have that nostalgia feel. I don't know why. It's just a few years later, but I don't know. On one hand, I think Guantanamo Bay, you can make an argument, is technically funnier, but I love the gags in the first one, and it's just a feel good buddy movie, right? Because Guantanamo Bay is a fugitive on the road movie, right? It's like a road movie, right? They're going from one place to another. Help yourself, smoke weed, fuck my wife. No, wait,
Yeah,
that's the first movie. What's the
that's the first
redneck?
one.
The redneck movie guy, right? They escape, they steal the
Richard
car.
Christie's the second one.
I know, but I'm talking about where they were out in the woods. Like, we're gonna have
Oh
to
yeah.
get high first. The
Yeah.
Cyclops
Yep.
fucking his sister. It's like a road movie, kinda, but I guess the first one is too. I mean, I guess the first one's too. They're a road movie, and they lose their car, and they're getting picked up by different people. Like, yeah, I guess they're the same.
I remember when the first one was such like of course it was the White Castle advertisement. So like you go to a White Castle and you see all
Mm.
that shit all over the windows and stuff, which I love White Castle. So
I like my mom likes White Castle. I like in the second movie when John Cho knees that one that asshole groom, and he farts just like
yeah,
stupid
yeah.
juvenile humor, like, poof, poof, and he just it's so stupid, dude. It's so dumb. Poison gas. Ooh, going down. It's so dumb. But all right. So yeah, we agree. Let me.
So many stereotypes in that movie. It's funny.
Oh, did you see? I have Ready to Rumble on here.
Oh God.
Have you seen that? Hold on. We'll see.
Yes, I've seen it. Yeah.
We got to spin it. All right. Great. Jay and Silent Bob. Now, I know people absolutely. Oh, by the way, I'm just now noticing I don't have a Ready to Rumble thumbnail in here.
No, you have Super Troopers.
So Super Troopers is going to be Ready to Rumble when we get there. I fucked that up. But anyway, where we at? Jay and Silent Bob. Okay, so now it's getting hard, and I hate this because, now we're kind of left with some okay movies, but, not great. Jay and Silent Bob, if we're comparing, a lot of people love this movie. It's got a certain nostalgia factor about it, but I never thought any of these movies were terribly funny. Right? If anything, I like Clerks 2. I think that's the funniest thing that he's ever done. But
I like Mallrats.
yeah, Mallrats is good, but Mallrats isn't. It's kind of a dramedy, I guess.
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob is the only one you could really call a straight up stoner comedy. It's focusing on these guys. The sequel is terrible. What Jay and Silent Bob's reboot, dude, it is bad. I don't know why. So I have to put this in D. And I'll say it's better than Biodome because I can watch it. It's not like offensive.
I'm right there with you, man. I thought this was so overrated. Everybody was obsessed with it back in high school. I remember Travis loved this movie. I thought it was stupid. Like I never got into Jay and Silent Bob stuff.
I feel like if you were extra comic book and Star Wars nerdy, you appreciate it more. Like I had a Star Wars buddy that fucking loved it because it's got Mark Hamill. Don't fuck with the Jedi Master, son, cockknucker. Yeah, these are jokes for dweeb, like Kevin Smith. A lot of comic-y humor and yeah, it's just okay. But like I said, it's watchable. Like I mean, I could watch it if whatever. It's fine, but it's not. I don't die laughing in this movie at all.
No.
Some of it's kind of cringe too. Like I think the whole. I don't know, like the Sean Everett Scott thing. Is that his name? Stifler in the back of the van. He's like the hippie wannabe, just trying to pose as the hippie to be with these activist girls to get in their pants. And he's got the braces. Some of it just goes a little too try hard for me. But
do we have an extra one?
No, I don't think so. So 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, you know what? Shit. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna do. This is my bad. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's right. Dude, where's my car? I took out.
That's fine.
So we're gonna so we're there's no Super Troopers. There's no Do Where's My Car, but we are gonna do Ready to Rumble. Even though these two movies are unequivocally more stoner than Ready to Rumble, but Ready to Rumble qualifies because you have to be fucking high or shit faced or something to really get the humor of it. And I just like the movie better. But anyway, so that's it. So let's just ignore those. So technically, we have three more, right? So Todd, it's your turn. Hold on. Spin that wheel. Did I even put this on here, dude? Yeah, I did. Yeah, Ready to Rumble, Pineapple Express, Ted. So the list is right. I just didn't. I had too many thumbnails. Oh, Todd's got Ted. Where does Todd put the Ted?
I put this in F. I think this movie sucks.
Okay, so I think this movie. Talk about overrated. When this movie came out, and it doesn't feel like it was that long ago. It was like 2014 or something. I don't know, but it was a huge hit. It was like the number one comedy of the year. Everybody was talking about it. Nobody can shut up about Ted. This novelty of this swearing, smoking bear. And now with that, I'm going to put it above How High if you don't mind.
Yeah,
It's not because I think Ted is watchable.
Yeah.
Like I could totally watch it. It's not like offensive or anything. I don't think the Seth MacFarlane humor lands for me. Family Guy has been old for fucking 10 plus years. It's fine. It's just I watched it and I was disappointed because everybody was talking about how fucking die hard fucking hilarious it was, going ape shit, and I thought it was like, okay, this is and then it just turned out to be like, this is just warmed over Family Guy jokes.
Yeah,
it is like what is so revolutionary? But everybody had seen Family Guy for like 15 years before this, so it really people really built it up. The second one's even worse. I'll give it that. It's better than the second one.
Family Guy stopped being funny in like 2006. I mean,
Yeah.
it just ran out of gas.
Anyway, like Ted isn't bad. It's fine. When I say bad, we all know what real bad movies are. This isn't like a real bad movie, but it's just not. I don't get it. It's like Jay and Silent Bob. Like, is this movie hilarious? I don't get the hilarity of it. With that said, because I'm always looking for something to watch, especially when we make dinner and stuff, and maybe when we have maybe we don't have enough time to really finish a movie and we just want to show. I have been putting on the Ted series that's on Peacock. That just came out. There's a Ted series on Peacock, and
is it funny?
It kind of reminds me of, it is like it's like a live action Family Guy in the sense that it's even got like the music cues like Family Guy. It's even got some of the voice actors in physical roles. So it feels like Family Guy mixed with the Goldbergs. So it's a prequel. It's about like when Mark Wahlberg was a kid and they were friends and teenager in high school. So it's a kid, young Mark Wahlberg, but it's Ted. It's the same Ted from the movie, and it's not hilarious, but there's some stuff that's funny because it's not. I say it's kind of like the Goldbergs mixed with Family Guy because it's got like some life lessons. Like every episode, I think I like the show better than I like the movies because I can relate to them. Like one episode was about him and Ted trying to score pot, and they're getting drugs. It's like life stuff. And then another episode is like, oh, they wanted to it takes place in 93, so it's kind of got that 90s feel, which is nice. Like they wanted to watch a porno movie. And so they were trying to like rent a porno movie from the beaded curtain, the dirty stuff. They got their cousin to rent it for. It's this whole thing. And they lose they watch it when their parents go out on a date night, and the tape gets stuck in the VCR and they start freaking out. Like there's porn stuck in the VCR. So it's like that whole dilemma. It's like, oh, we got to fucking like bust the shit out of this. So I kind of like it.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah, it's not hilarious, but it's a nice prep. But I like it. It's not bad, and it's like it's a TV show. It's not like cumbersome. It's not demanding too much of your time, so it's totally fine to like eat your fucking oatmeal too.
I always loved American Dad too. I don't know
American Dad. American Dad was I did. It was better. I liked American Dad better. Okay, so it's me now, right? Okay, so let's do this. Spin that wheel. Okay, so we only got two left. Pineapple Express and Ready to Rumble. 50-50 shot.
Complete opposite spectrum right there.
Okay, so Pineapple Express. Go ahead. Okay, there we go. I love all the cheering. Woo! Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. All right, so Pineapple Express, it's B.
Absolutely. It's
It's
funnier now.
it's a great movie. And you know what? It's funny because Seth Rogen is one of these people. I don't think he's funny at all in real life. Like
No, no.
he's a better writer. Like him and Evan Goldberg write these movies together, and yeah, and when you watch him in interviews, he's Seth Rogen, but nothing he says is funny. He's just not very funny. I don't know. So I think he's a better writer, and I think Pineapple Express is classic. It's really funny. I think a lot of this stuff got real beat down. Like after a while, you kind of got tired of seeing these
Yeah.
same fucking people in all these same movies. They got a little old hat. This is the End is really funny. Of course, that's
Yeah,
actually
it's
maybe
terrible.
the funniest one.
Yeah.
And then I actually love The Interview.
It's
the
funny
interview
too, yeah,
the interview
yeah,
is so funny. I
yeah.
actually love it. But, they got a little crazy with some of that stuff. But this one is the classic. To me, this is the one that really put this kind of like ensemble on the map. The Danny McBrides, even the
Yeah.
Francos and all that stuff. And it's still like their best. It's so funny. And it's a hybrid because it's a stoner movie and then it turns into an action movie at the end where they're just like tearing down the warehouse, firing guns and shit like that. And you just got killed by Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker. It's really funny.
It's not their funniest movie, but it's probably their most, fun movie, I would
Yeah,
say.
it's like Harold and Kumar 1.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Harold and Kumar 1, I don't bust a fucking gut laughing at it. It's not like Dumb and Dumber, but it's feel good. There's something about it. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, and I don't know. And if I were to rank them, yeah, I think I just said their top three in whatever order you want. This movie,
Yeah.
This is the End, and I would say The Interview because I think The Interview is
Interview,
such
yeah.
a great premise. I think The Interview is an awesome premise, and I loved all the press they
All the
got with that one.
backlash, yeah, yeah.
All the backlash.
Funny.
Why do you give a shit about offending Kim Jong Un? I don't
Exactly.
understand. Like what kind of what? And then it got ripped from theaters, and they just made it a Netflix original. I really and I love. In this movie Pineapple Express, full circle, it's got a Bobby Lee cameo.
Oh, did he play one of the ninjas?
Yeah. So here's the thing. Bobby Lee's got this one. I think he's just in the one scene. But yeah. So they're tapping the phones, right? And they're
Yeah.
hearing them talk and all that stuff. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Ah! And they're like in a van outside, and they're like speaking in. They're speaking in. He's speaking in Chinese, and he's like, and it says, "I need a shit." You don't remember that?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I
serious,
do,
like they're
I do, yeah,
tapping,
yeah.
and it's just like, "I need a shit." So it's actually one of the funniest like intercuts. It's so stupid. But yeah, let's see
They
where
said, Craig Robinson was funny too, and Gary Cole's funny, or he's not funny, but I like him, man. So
I like Gary Cole.
I do too.
Yeah.
I think he's
There's something
good.
about he's so great as Greg Brady. No, Mike
Yeah,
Brady on the
yeah.
Brady Bunch movies. So great. Hey, Mutineer, he says this is the guy that screwed up the new Halloween movies, right? Yeah, that's David Gordon Green, Pineapple Express.
Danny
Uh,
McBride, yeah.
yeah, Danny McBride wrote it with David Gordon Green directed Pineapple Express. Yeah,
It's his best
I don't.
movie.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he was just better suited for these. I don't know for these types of movies. And speaking of which, we could. I feel like we've done it before because when the movies were new. But I feel like one of these days we have to revisit the David Gordon Green Halloween trilogy again and just watch it with fresh eyes, because you know it'd be interesting to see how like opinions
Does
change
that
on
mean
each.
we'll have to open this?
No, we don't. There's other ways of watching it. We
I think
could.
you need to. I think you need to open yours.
Why? I have them. I have them already. I have separate
Oh, you do.
copies.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
okay.
I'm not gonna fucking open that one just to. But and then no, I was gonna say they finally added the new Exorcist Believer abortion to Peacock. I saw.
Oh, really?
I heard it's bad. I heard it's terrible. Nobody likes. But I was waiting for it to stream because I am morbidly curious, and I'll stream it. So I may or may not watch that tonight. And side note, I saw Thanksgiving was on sale to rent. It was like $5 to rent, slashed from 20 on sale, like on a. So I'm like, all right, I'll rent it for $5. Um, you know, eh, it was totally fine. It was a 6 out of 10. I don't think I liked it as much as you, but it's kind of exactly what I thought it was going to be too. It's like I didn't. It was more Eli Roth, you know, being super homage driven and just like making, I don't know if it had a lot of his.
It's a
He
great Thanksgiving slasher, man. It's
how many of
fun.
them do you
A
got?
lot of fun. I
You
know
know,
exactly. That's why.
it's fun, but I mean, like, it could only ever be like a 6 out of 10 for me, which is good. A 6 out of 10 is good, but the way I usually like to rate it is if I rate something a 7 out of 10, it means I'll buy it. So 6 out of 10, it's totally fine. I had fun with it, but I'm probably not going to buy it.
I'll buy it
But
once it's 4K.
but but the thing that he lucked out with there is because he had never. There's not really any other thing to base it off of. There's no one really. There's no Thanksgiving movies, right? Like there is Halloween and Christmas films.
Very
So
few.
he got there's nothing like what he was doing. There's nothing like he was Blood Rage fucking we're not that's not the same. Blood Rage fucking sucks.
Oh, I like Blood
Thanksgiving,
Rage. You don't like Blood Rage, dude?
I don't love it. It's all right. It's all right. It's not
Oh,
terrible,
that's
but it's
good,
okay.
dude.
But see, I don't think Blood Rage is like it's not like this where this is
No.
Blood Rage is not centered around Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving is fucking terrible. We don't have to talk about
Yeah.
that. But there's not a lot. So basically, he's got this crown that's just there to take. And
I hope he keeps it up, man. Just make sequels after sequel, I say.
and he, like I said, it's such untread water that I can call it Thanksgiving. Like it's there. And since this is untread water, he literally did every single Thanksgiving pun and gag you could think of and put it in the movie because none of it is going to be cliche because nobody's done it. It's like, man, it's like I could do like the fucking thermometer popping out of the human turkey and all this
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So he got to blow his wad like with all these things that are kind of the obvious things, but no one's done them. So I will say it was definitely more tame than the trailer that inspired it. Because some of the stuff was because I remember in the Grindhouse trailer they had like the human
Yeah.
turkey,
Yeah.
but then like I remember the killer was like fucking the head or something in that,
Yeah.
and then like I think they had the decapitation of the mascot thing and all this stuff was in it, but it was just grimier. And then you remember like the cheerleader girl that
Yeah.
was from the old one too. She landed on her vagina and then
Yeah.
stabbed her,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're kind of waiting for that to happen in this one, and then like they don't do it. I'm like,
It's not perfect, but it's fun.
no, but it's more. It's definitely the lightest Eli Roth movie. Like it's not that violent, I don't think. It's got some inventive kills though. Like it's fun.
It's one of his better ones.
But once again, like Eli Roth, I just don't. I think he's got a great career. Like his niche that he has going for him, it's great. Like he's probably happy as a clam. I don't think he does anything groundbreaking because he just wears his influences really hard on his sleeve, right? This is no different. He did the he did the Knock Knock, Death Game, that whole fuck remake, and then he did
He rips out of everything.
Green Inferno. It's just a blatant ripoff, but sillier.
That's terrible. Green Inferno's bad.
And you know what I mean? It's just he really just makes. He's kind of a bootleg Tarantino, in a way.
Well, he thinks he is.
Because Tarantino does a very similar thing, but the difference is Tarantino makes homage movies, but he definitely infuses his shit in there too.
He does them well, really good.
Yeah, and then Eli Roth. I mean, he makes fun enough movies, but they're just. I don't know. There's not enough him in them, but and this is just it's just like you described it. It's Scream. It's Thanksgiving Scream, so which is fun.
It's way better than Scream, I think.
Not the first Scream.
Not the first Scream, but every other Scream.
The first Scream is fantastic. Like I'm not gonna like do this revisionist history and pretend like it wasn't because it's.
I never said it wasn't. I like the first one. That's the only good one.
To put a bow on it. Oh, by the way, the twist and who the killer was, I called it from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, it's easy. Yeah,
it's absolutely. So easy. Like literally during that opening scene with the riot, I'm like. Yeah. I was already seeing like the two people staring at each other. I'm like, this is going to be his motive because they let the hints like, oh, you're not going to be single. It was so obvious. Like I put it together. I mean, I had a couple of potentials, like if those didn't pan out, but that was my number one. Like this is really going that way, and also a little dated on the Black Friday reference. Like Black Friday hasn't been relevant in 10 years, and really not 5. People don't do that anymore. So it's like. It's a little. He might have had that script kicking around for a while. I just feel like it's a little.
I don't know. I actually like the fact that he threw that in there, just because he's going for his target audience, which is pretty much our age. I don't think the majority of young people even give a shit about this movie. So
Yeah. Oh, what? No, it was a hit for
it was a hit, but I'm sure it wasn't a hit for like the 18-year or the 16-year-olds. I mean,
who knows, but let me
I
see.
thought
Does it?
hurricane season was over.
I thought her. Okay, so Todd, there's only one more left, but we're still gonna roll it. But where did you put? Hold on, we gotta hear it clap for us. That's right. Stop. All right. Where are you? We're gonna call "Do Where's My Car" Ready to Rumble. That's what we're gonna call it. Where do you put Ready to Rumble? I guess you're just left with
Ready to
where.
Rumble. I would
Well,
put it
see,
at
it
a
has to
D.
go. Well, see, it has to go in B. That's the way it works. But you had it
Okay.
at D.
Yeah.
So see
I
how
mean,
this works out. How does Ready to Rumble get B? How does but Ready to
dude,
Rumble
where's
got
my car? We get an F.
yeah? Dudes, where my car?
Stinks.
Ready to Rumble though. I don't think Ready to Rumble deserves to be. Maybe it doesn't deserve to be over half baked. But to be honest with you, it's like the competition. Maybe it's fine at B because How High is not good. I mean, Ted's just fucking whatever.
Super
You know,
Troopers is better than
I've never seen Super
Ready to
Troopers.
Rumble.
I've never
Really?
seen Super Troopers. That's why I just couldn't put it on the list. But but Ready to Rumble better than Biodome. I'll take Ready to Rumble. Ready to Rumble is a
It's fun.
it's a you had to be there moment in movie, right? People my age, Todd's age, maybe I know Zach and Mac and Zach love this movie. But if you're our age, you're gonna really enjoy it but all this stuff. But the kids today are not gonna remember fucking WCW Nitro.
Yeah, if you're into like the Attitude Era, 90s
But it's all
wrestling.
WCW. It's WCW Nitro, and they're going to
Yeah.
Nitro, and it's got like the Nitro people of the day. It's got a Macho Man cameo, who's at WCW at the time. It's got the Stinger,
Yeah.
Kevin Nash, I think, Goldberg. It's just nobody. People WCW hasn't been around in years.
I love
Years.
WCW too.
So anyway, if you're watching it and you're from our age group, it's just got so many. It takes you back a little bit, and some of the humor is pretty dated. Like there's the whole thing about what is his name? Not James Caan. What's his son? Whatever his son, the Caan, the fucking
I
other
don't
guy.
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, not David Arquette. It's anyway. He's got that scene where he's like, listen to his headphones and he's singing "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." That's very fucking dated and cringe because the movie came out when "Baby Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" was on the big.
Yeah.
So it's like one of those like, haha, this is funny, but fucking 25 years later, everybody made that joke so many fucking times. It's kind of cringe, but it's also so over the top, dude. It's just like David Arquette is so out there. And it's just so freaking silly. I think Oliver Platt is funny in it, the King dude. It's just absolutely ridiculous. WCW, I'm pretty sure they had a hand in some kind of sponsoring and paying for the movie because it was a big Nitro promotional thing. But as cool as WCW is, I kind of wish it had some WWF action there too, just so you can have like McMahon, dude. McMahon is destined to be in one of those damn movies.
That would be that would be funny.
I wish he could have like had some stake in it and like McMahon still played a part because they were like rivals, right? Him and Eric Bischoff and all that stuff. And anyway, yeah. So I guess I would probably I'm happy with that. I don't have anything wrong with it. But
That's fine. No, I think this list turned out to be pretty good.
yeah, not too shabby. I kind of like doing it. I feel like we're so similar to where it wasn't that contentious. I mean, there's some kind of like stuff that's not right, but it's pretty good to what we wanted it. So
I like doing it this way better.
it's the way to make it have more stake. I think we should do it with something a little harder though. Like this one, we were a little streamlined on. It would be so great to do this with like certain kind of records. If you could pick a group that we both like that has a robust enough catalog to justify this amount, that would be fun. Or even like just we could pick a whole decade and come up with a huge laundry list of like 70s rock. It could be a lot of fun. I really want to get Pat on something like that though. I really want Pat to get out of his hole and do something with us like that.
Yeah, we'll have to try to get him out.
But anyway, yeah, it was fun. Let me go ahead and stop sharing screen. And hell yeah, Mutineer, Death Rider, Eli's best work. But yeah, man, that's our list. It was fun. Let us know. They're fun to do. Let us know what else you guys want to see. I don't. Gosh, we're talking about having a George Romero month. Could you imagine doing George Romero like that?
No.
Well, it would be, but it would be that bad because you would know like Dawn of the Dead would probably both get S, but not if we had Zach on, because
Yeah.
Zach doesn't love Dawn of the Dead. That's what we need to do. We need to do something like that and get Zach on, get a third wheel to really fuck it up.
For
All-
Romero, why? Oh, we could do one episode of that. That's fine.
That's what makes it fun, Todd. See, we roll the wheel, and you're hoping you get Dawn of the Dead, or you're hoping I get Dawn of the Dead because you know it's going to go on S.
I'll get Survival of the Dead, knowing.
No, yeah,
anything.
and then but if Zach gets Dawn of the Dead, that fucker's gonna make it a B or something, or a C. It's just like, and it's gonna throw it out of the loop, and then you might end up fucking up, and you never know if it goes haywire enough. I don't think his catalog is that stilted to where, but if somebody had a catalog of work that was so like mixed bag, like everybody has their own favorite movie or favorite album,
Carpenter.
You might, it might be able to work out to where what you think the greatest Carpenter movie is based on luck of the draw is like in the middle, and a movie like fucking Monkey Shines is like an A. Like, what the fuck happened? Because Monkey Shines is not an A. You know what I mean? And that's the fun of it. So yeah, Mutineer says do it. I think that'd be a fun one. And Carpenter would be a fun one too.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do Carpenter right now. I've got all his shit watched.
Yeah.
How much Carpenter do you have to fill in?
I think I have one.
Which one?
Starman.
Oh, Starman's good.
Yeah.
I like it. That's one your kids can watch. It's like it's kind of a family movie. But I really like Starman.
I have it. I just haven't watched it yet.
I feel like Starman is just a better Close Encounters.
Okay.
It's a better because Close Encounters isn't great. It's kind of a fucking train wreck. But anyway, that's all we got, guys. Once again, join us next Wednesday live. But this video will go up for everybody that can't make it. And please, if you like it, like the channel, subscribe to us, leave a comment, like the video, share us. And if you want to support us anymore, we do have I want to say Kickstarter. What are we kickstarting? Patreon. I don't know what the fuck we got. Patreon. Buy a shirt. We got spring links. I want Todd to get me a design for a Video Rot so we can put a Video Rot shirt up. I just need the graphic. Like, I need the transparent graphic, and I can make some merch. I would get a Video Rot shirt. And I want Todd to do. I think we need to do the HIV VHS positive. I want the VHS positive shirt, dude. That's to me hilarious. So maybe Todd could help us out and make some designs for us. But yeah, support us or not, whatever. We'll catch you next time. Bye.